All right, to figure out this question, you need to first of all understand what's going on. There are two events. You're going to randomly select a stuffed animal that's either a panda, monkey, or ostrich. Then you're going to randomly select some kind of article of clothing to go with that stuffed animal, either being a glove or a hat. Now, in order to understand what these individual things are inside here, these dimensions on the outside were multiplied to figure out what's on the inside, which means if I were to randomly select a panda and also a glove, there's a 9 out of 32 chance of that happening. Same thing for an ostrich. If you had an ostrich selected randomly along with a glove, you have a 3 out of 8 chance of that happening, even a little bit better chance. And now what we need to look for is where is there a space on this puzzle that I can figure out the dimensions of one of these outside missing boxes? Well, if you look at right here, there's a missing glove and I've got the 1/8 here, so it's just 1/8 times what gives you 32. Let's review real quick how you multiply fractions. You multiply the tops and you multiply the bottoms, right? So you're multiplying this problem right here. What do you multiply 1 by to get 3? Well, that has to be a 3. So I'm going to put a 3 in the numerator of this fraction right here. And what do you multiply 8 by to get 32? That'll be a 4. Now, also to understand the left-hand side of these boxes for the glove and the hat, they have to add up to 1. So therefore, my missing hat box has to also be 1/4. Going across the top now, I need to look at what 3/4 times what will give you 3/8. Well, the 3 times what will give you 3, well, that'll be a 1. And 4 times what will give you 8, that has to be a 2. So the ostrich blank right here has to be 1/2. Okay? Now 1/2 is the same thing as 4/8 if you want to keep this simple. And then if I've got 4/8 plus 1/8, then my last part here to make this equal 1 has to be 3/8 for the panda. Now to figure out the rest of these questions on this problem here for all these A through F, we can either use the mathematical way of finding it or just look at it in the picture. If I want to find an ostrich, the chance of picking the ostrich in the glove, well, that's right here, 3/8. I can put the answer in as 3/8, like that, because the picture is telling me what it is for an ostrich and a glove. Now, if I ask you how to figure that out mathematically, you're going to take that same question and you're going to go like this. You're going to say, well, when it's and like this, the and is multiply. So you just take 1/2 times, for the ostrich, times your glove, which is going to be 3/4. And 1/2 times 3/4 also makes the same answer, 3/8. Okay? Ostrich or a glove. Now, if I'm looking at that, that's a little bit more challenging. Ostrich or a glove means any box that either has an ostrich or a glove associated with it. So if I add up all 4 of these fractions with my calculator or by hand, that answer will be my answer to the question. Or I can use my calculator and solve it this way with the or type question. The or questions, you go like this. You say my chance of an ostrich was 1/2, and then I add that with the chance of the glove being 3/4, and then I take those same 2 fractions and subtract those 2 fractions, same 2 being multiplied, so 1/2 times 3/4. And if I do that, I'll get my answer to this box. Now, like I said, you can either add up all 4 of those boxes, or you can do the mathematical calculation of those. This little apostrophe right here means not, the complement of hat. So if I have hats right here at 1/4, all of the boxes that are not hats are these 3 boxes, which are going to add up to 3/4. That answer would be 3/4. Monkey, that one's pretty straightforward here. The chance of you getting a monkey is these boxes, which these will both add up to 1/8. So 1/8 would go here. And finally, the remaining 2 questions are done just like the same as the first 2. So good luck on handling those. Remember, and is with the multiply, or is with add minus multiply, and you can also use the area model to figure these out. Hopefully this video helps, and good luck.